I'm really sorry, Miss Madhavi. Few people are still joining. I think we can start. Anyways, it's recording, right? I really appreciate your patience. Yeah.
No problem. It's okay. So, how is the weather over there?
Yeah, it's raining like since almost last few hours, almost 7 hours. It's pretty cool.
Very
I live in
nice.
Hyderabad.
Oh, same here.
Okay.
So, how many participants we were actually expecting, Bhushan?
So we are team of 16, Madhavi, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, today a few people would be busy due to Bakrid.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the rest of us would be joining in a while. Uh, yeah, I'm
Okay.
expecting three more people to join the call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, like we can let it start. I don't want to take much of your time, please.
Okay. So all of you guys, firstly, I wish you all Eid Mubarak, and I hope you all had a good time last evening. It is Varalakshmi Vratam, right? So, I hope you all had a good time. So, the agenda which was discussed to me was about self motivation, guys. So, if you have seen my profile, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay, so if you have seen my profile, well, I carry 10 years of industry experience. And along with working, what I do is I do give motivation, I give them on how we can be self motivated to all my peers, friends, family, and relatives, and so on. And I really take this opportunity here to have an interaction with you all. So, firstly, I'll just start off, guys. How we can be self motivated is one thing in self motivation is one has to be clear on the purpose. So, what I believe is if our purpose is clear, we will automatically be self motivated. So, let me quote a small story. Okay. In our childhood, that is when we were toddlers, as per the study, what is stated is we, as a toddler, in order to stand by our own, how many times do we try just, we stand and then we fall and then we stand and we fall. How many such trials we actually give it for ourselves in order to stand by own? Can anyone guess how many trials? Hello?
Uh, yeah,
So can you just give a try, like how many trials, like 100 or 200, how many such trials we would have actually did in order to stand by ourselves when we were toddlers?
well, it sounds uncountable, obviously. Not just 100. I can add more zeros to that. Yeah.
Okay, so as per the study, on
Mhm.
an average, we actually try for about 4,000 times. You know, why we did so many times irrespective of failing? Because our purpose is clear at that moment. When our purpose is clear, no matter how many times, we always keep trying in order to reach the goal. Exactly, guys. Self motivation is something where we don't need a person to come and tell us, okay, please be motivated. That is within us. If our purpose is clear, we would automatically be motivated. So, I just have a quick question. How many of you have just joined this session because you got an invite from your HR? Just a question, guys. You can be frank.
Um, I mean, I'm sure we all got habituated for this because we have been having this for like a month from last month. So
Okay,
yeah, we are really looking forward to it every week.
that's really wonderful.
Yeah, even the past sessions, right? So they're very interactive, and we did change few of the like the way we function, right? We were changing all those things. So yeah, these talks were helpful. So yeah, we do look forward for these talks.
That's really wonderful, Kranti, and nice meeting you. So, guys, what I believe is, in our day to day life, mainly during this pandemic, what is happening is, so let me quote a small example, guys. Why we tend to lose our confidence or why we tend to underestimate ourselves. Okay. One such story is, do you know DEER? DEER? Well, its running speed is 90 kilometer per hour, but then it's actually afraid and it loses with Tiger. You know why? Because Tiger's speed is 50 kilometer per hour. No matter what, if deer just runs by not looking back, then it can actually save itself. But unfortunately, what deer does, it keeps looking back again and again just to check where the tiger is. As in, is it on par with deer or is it behind? And in this moment, what happens is deer loses its own speed. And obviously, once we lose confidence, half of the battle we lost, right? And another half, we would actually be stuck in confusion. And during that confusion stage, the tiger attacks deer and the deer becomes victim. Exactly, guys. The current condition of coronavirus is also the same way. Do you know the pH of coronavirus is actually lesser than the foods that we consume on a daily basis, which are right available in our kitchen? Like it can be ginger, garlic, turmeric, lemon, and so on. But you know what? Just because of the fear that what it might happen, we tend to lose our confidence. Obviously, if we lose our confidence, what happens? We would lose half the battle. And that's why we should never give up on our confidence level. We should always keep the hope that no matter what, we would sustain. So let me tell you one thing, guys. It's pretty much sure we cannot say whether who would become a victim of coronavirus or not, right? But we can ensure that we can improve our immunity system no matter if coronavirus hits us or not. We should be able to withstand it. And how can we do that? By improving our immunity system. Similarly, guys, even in this pandemic, if we do not lose hope, then we can automatically withstand with the competition or anything, and we can be self motivated. So let me tell you one more thing, guys. Do you guys visualize before you possess anything, like possession of a thing or possession of a moment or possession of success, whatever it is? Did you ever feel that, or did you ever visualize it before possessing something? Anyone can answer, guys.
Uh, yeah, I do generally for few things.
Okay, that's really wonderful. So, Bhushan, just correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Whenever we visualize, did you see our thought process changes automatically and it gets aligned to the thing which we want to possess? Did you come across that way?
Uh, yeah, I mean, if I'm looking to do something, or probably when I set a particular goal, obviously the thoughts I perceive or things I think of, yeah, would be always relate to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are visualizing it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let me quote a small example, okay? What happened in childhood was probably it's the time when I was pursuing my plus two, okay? And I asked my dad, I want a phone. So you see that photo, he's my dad. So it's work from home, right? So I'm doing it in my hall room, okay? So what happened was I asked my dad for a phone. And what he stated was, see, not now, dear. Please wait for some time. I'll get you one. So at that time, what happened was I used to keep changing my phone for every 2 years. But now I don't do though. So what happened? It was been like 1.5 year. Okay, I was using the same phone, and I asked my dad for another new phone. He didn't get me. I was feeling very low. Then immediately my sister suggested, "Why don't you start visualizing it, dear?" Well, I was blessed too. Obviously, we would not have that sort of thinking, right? We would only feel, I want that thing no matter what. Then I started visualizing. You know what? My approach towards the thing, whatever I want to possess, completely got changed. Instead of crying that I want something, I started looking for its specification. I started looking how it can benefit me and how I can go and portray it to my father so that he can get me that thing. Exactly, Bhushan, you are right. Once we start visualizing, what happens is our thought process automatically changes and it gets aligned towards on what we want to do. So in that way, we can persist things. And okay, so I have a quick question. Did you guys ever think of starting anything new, or starting a new skill, or starting uh, anything new as such? Did you ever get fear, like, oh my God, how do I start this? Or the fear of like, will I be even able to succeed? Or the fear of failure, or fear of being judged? Did you guys ever feel that?
Oh yeah, ma'am. Yes.
So, what sort of questions were rolling in your mind when you thought of starting something new?
The thing is, after starting, if I stuck with any problem later to fix that is the toughest part, and continuing that this is in a proper way.
You meant getting stuck,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let me tell you one thing, Hima. So, how do I call you? Hima or Teja?
Yeah, you always no, not a problem. You can call the way you want.
Okay, Mr. Teja. So
Yeah, yeah.
let me tell you how to deal with when we are stuck. Okay. So what happens is there is something called as fear, right? I don't know the definition which you follow. Probably you can actually look for another definition which I wanted to quote. That is false evidence appearing real. I have been saying this since long, guys. You know what? What I believe is whenever we start off something new, we have this phobia, the fear of failure, or fear of being stuck, or fear of being judged by people. We think, what if I do this? And what if, I mean, how am I even be going to present them? What if I don't succeed? Then how am I going to face them? Did you guys ever feel that? Like, if I start off, then how am I going to face in case of failure? Did you ever feel that? Anyone can answer, guys. Okay, no worries. Yeah, please, Bhushan.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone does, right? If I'm not wrong.
Exactly. So, my point over here is, fear of failure or fear of being judged is just an imagination, what I would say. Because that fear is a false evidence appearing real. As in, there is no such evidence, but we tend to grow it, and we tend to, probably just put water and make it big. And that is the reason we get stuck. When we are stuck, nothing works out. You know why? Because we believe that there is no other possible way for it. But when we start looking for alternatives, then we can automatically find results. But how do we deal if we are stuck is another big question. Okay, if you have come across a recent news wherein one person was actually trying, I mean, attempting for class 10 for last 33 years. Did you come across this so-called news wherein this person was actually trying for 33 times, and this year he cleared his class 10 because government has given a promotion, right, for all the folks who are getting educated, who are actually passing this year. They are being promoted, and because of that, that person cleared class 10 after trying for 33 years. Guys, there are two ways on how we can infer this. One, he was being dedicated and he was trying his best. Another one is he was just stuck over there. Only if he knew that there were other possible options available in the market, he wouldn't have been stuck. Do you know, if that person could have thought, okay, there are open universities as well, I can go ahead and just pursue open university in plus one, plus two, and then follow it with a graduation and post grad, then he could have done it long back. But being stuck, what happens is when we are stuck, we are actually in the fear of, okay, how do I even tell people? How can I ask for help? How can I approach? That is a problem. At that moment, the level of acceptance should be increased. So, guys, let me tell you one thing. Few days back, someone asked me this question: how do you face problems, or how do you solve your problems? Then I told them, face it. And they asked me, how do we face it? Simple, guys. If we increase our level of acceptance, then we can face any sort of problem. Well, level of acceptance means what? Irrespective of whether the answer is in our favor or not, we should accept that no matter what the output is, I'm going to work towards it. No matter what the external forces are, I am going to keep a control of my internal forces. Then no one can make us feel, low, or no one, even people judge us. Even there are n number of external factors, we wouldn't feel low. So that is one approach which I would suggest. That is increasing the level of acceptance. Only when if we are get stuck, Mr. Teja, I would suggest approach for alternatives. Alternatives, either it can be in your profession, in your personal, any point of the time. Look out for alternatives. The reason why I'm saying alternatives is, see, it's pretty much obvious that one person cannot excel in everything, right? So only once if we increase our level of acceptance, we would be able to take any sort of feedback, and from that we can get ideas. Exactly. So guys, what is your take on increasing level of acceptance whenever we are stuck in any of the problem? What is your take on it, guys?
Yeah. So yeah, one thing, the thing you mentioned, right, the self acceptance. So yeah, I think that comes with practice, and yeah, that is something which should be very consistent,
Exactly.
right? Yeah, I think yeah, other people would agree on that too.
So, as Mr. Bhushan stated, thank you, Bhushan, for giving your valuable information. As you stated, consistency, yes, that plays a vital role. Do you agree with me that any task, if it is just done for 1 or 2 days, it will go out of hands, right? But any task which is associated with numbers, it will make us do more. Do you agree? See, guys, what I believe is being self motivated means take anything and play it as a game. Why? Because every game is associated with numbers. And if it is associated with numbers, it actually makes us to do more. So, as you all know, the very simple rule that is 21 by 90, right? If you have ever taken any task, just start off with 1 day, 7 days, and then continue for 21 days, which would automatically become a habit, right? If we continue that, it becomes, if we continue that for 90 days, it would become a lifestyle. So, obviously, when it is our lifestyle, we would not stop it. But then number system actually plays a vital role. So let me quote you another example, guys. Do you know this new app called as Impact? IMPACT. Hey, I find other two folks as well, Divya and Saikiran. You can also give your suggestions or inputs so that we can talk on that as well. So do you all agree with me that the number system also plays a vital role? When something is connected to number, we automatically start doing it more. So in this impact, what happens, when I started doing, when I thought of doing workout and all, right, firstly I did for 5 days and then I quit because I didn't have any interest. Later on, when I checked out this app, right, Impact, that was really wonderful, guys. You know why? Because that was associated with numbers. It shows me, okay, you have done continuously a workout for 7 days or 8 days. Not only that, it also gives something like it donates our workout in the form of money to the needy. It can be like either for water conservative or for migration purpose. So in this way, if anything is associated with number system, then we would automatically show interest towards it. So guys, I have a quick question. How many of you are there in Facebook or Instagram, or how many of you use YouTube?
Yeah, everyone, I think.
Everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just think like this, that you are not actually in this, I mean, in this session, okay, but you're actually scrolling Facebook by your wish, and you're scrolling Facebook and looking at the post. And if you see like this content, what would you think?
Mm, uh,
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So what I was saying was, say instead of a session like this, if you're actually scrolling a Facebook post or Facebook page, and suddenly if it gets stuck, I mean, if it strikes your mind about any sort of quote, how would you find it? Interesting? It can either be about the 4,000 quote, about the 4,000 rule, or about the self motivation. Guys, what happens is whenever we are doing it by our own, as in when our interest, we put our interest in it, right, then we automatically get self motivated. But when we have been forced, then we wouldn't get that motivation. So even motivation is also same, similar to that. It's not a one time, it's not a one day thing, as Bhushan stated. It's a continuous thing. And so let me tell you one thing, guys. If you would have seen my channel, YouTube Madhavi Dosapati, you know, earlier I used to give motivation just to my peers or my friends. But after pandemic, I started posting content in social media, wherein I felt every day. So what I have decided was to post content and all these motivation stuff. You know, I felt. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Uh, can you hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what I felt was after I started posting content in social media, what I understood was digital platform makes a lot of difference. You all agree with me, right? Digital platform makes a lot of difference. So this is a place where we can start innovating things, and it's your tagline, guys. What is it?
Yeah, it's innovate today, inspire tomorrow. What we say.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious, right? If we innovate today, we inspire tomorrow. The same way, let me quote another example, guys. So so once what happened was there was a person, okay? He actually entered into a room of 25 people. So he wanted to tell them what is the value, the meaning of value. He just took a 500 rupee note. Have you heard of this story before, anyone?
No.
Okay, so let me tell you. What this person did was he took a 500 rupee note, okay, and he told them one of them could actually own it, but after performing a task. So he stated he just crumbled that 500 rupee note and stated who would like to have this, okay, who would like to own it. Out of that 25 or 50 people, that classroom, everyone stated, I want to own this, I want to own this. Now he stated, hold on, guys, I am going to do another activity with this. Okay. So he just put that 500 rupee note on the ground and where there was a lot of dirt. Okay. And then he picked up the 500 rupee note and he still asked, okay, guys, now you tell me how many would still like to have this rupee note. Still good number of people raised their hands. Okay. And again what he did, he just crumbled it and he just put it in the dirt and picked it up and again asked, okay, how many of you still want to have or want to possess this 500 rupee note? Again good number of people raised their hands. Do you know why? Anyone?
Again, it's still valuable, right? It is still 500 rupee note.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Still 500 rupee note, right? Even a stone, but you can go to a bank and get a new one.
Exactly, Mr. Kranti. You have quoted the right one. The value of 500 rupee note didn't reduce irrespective of if it's torn or if it's crumbled or if it's thrown or if it's put on the ground. Why? Because the value remains same. Exactly, guys, even with us. Just because of some disappointments of yesterday, it shouldn't overshadow tomorrow's dreams. I believe your quote can actually go with it. When we understand the value of ourselves, when we stop underestimating ourselves, and when we start, analyzing on our purpose, then we can surely come up with colors. Do you all agree with me that we should never ever let the yesterday's disappointment overshadow tomorrow's dreams? Think about it, guys. Yes, Bhushan?
Yes, I obviously agree to that. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
So I mean, you stated that I mean you had almost 10 plus years experience, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, how was it like? How did you come this far? With what type of motivation you used to have personally?
That's a wonderful thing, Bhushan. So, you know what my motivation is, or how did I come so far, right? That was your question. I used
Mm-hmm.
to always feel that I want something new to learn every day. Even if I don't have something to learn, right, I go and poke people to tell me, what are you doing something new? You know what I believe? Every person is unique in this nature. Every person is unique. They possess some other talent for sure. What we have to do is go, analyze, and try to learn from each and every person. And probably that's what it actually made me to come here. So let me share one personal experience, guys. What happened was, few years back, my organization, they offered us Six Sigma Green Belt certification. Like any other organization, they also offered. Okay. So after clearing that theoretical exam, I felt, okay, theory, what about practicals? Then I went immediately. I asked my manager, okay, buddy, I get it, but I want a project on it. How can I just leave it like this? For that, my manager stated, from where will I get, my dear? You have to choose your own projects. Go for it. Then you know what I did? So basically, we used to have a system, this is called as transport service, where we used to have pick and drop for free. However, if there was any sort of no-show, then the company has to bar the penalty, guys. So there was a vendor who used to supply transport, that is cabs, for our pick and drop. In case if we do not turn up, if we do not cancel, then it will be noted as a no-show. For every no-show, my company has to bar a penalty of 800 rupees for every trip. So I just took it as a project. I went and told my manager, look, you have given me Six Sigma Green Belt certification, but I want to do a project. So would you mind if I take this up as a project? You know, for that, my manager felt so glad. And he stated, do it, your wish. Don't you agree with me that if we go for shopping, if we go for any grocery shopping, okay, we buy something, and if we get suddenly a 10% discount, how would you find it? Like, wow, right? Some unexpected thing. Exactly, guys. It can be anywhere, either personal or professional. When we start taking initiatives, we would automatically grow. It's not just about growth. See, what I feel is, when we start taking initiatives, we should not expect anything in return, because automatically we would get things when we are in par with what the organization wants or what people want. So from then onwards, can you believe me? I just took up this project. My team was heading with 1,000 no-shows for 3 months, like for the last to last quarter. And after I took up this project, I got that down to just number 4. Don't you think it's really amazing? That's because one should have the crave for it. As in, one should have the interest towards to do something different. So it's all about self motivation, Bhushan, as you stated. Probably one day or 2 day we can push, right? But for everyday motivation, trust me, it is by practice. It is by practice, and it is by increasing our level of acceptance, stating, no matter what, I would do it. Why? Because, see, during this pandemic time, what I felt was, of course, there are so many ups and downs, but then it was my initiative to come forward and put it in digital media about spreading awareness, spreading motivation, spreading whatever possible I can do. Can you believe me? I just started off my journey of this digital media with, I was just thinking of spreading awareness about coronavirus. Let me tell you how it started off, okay? So, Kranti, Hima, and Divya, do post questions because I would want it to be interactive more. Okay. So meanwhile, I'll tell you what happened and how it started off. Okay. So one of my friend who was working in UK, where she's into healthcare sector, and what happened was one day she told me that her colleague passed away because of coronavirus while treating those patients. Unfortunate, right? I was really afraid because my friend was associated with her colleague in the same, well, they're actually divided into wards. So what happened? She used to work along with him in the same ward. And I was so frightened. I asked her what I can do for her. Then she said, if possible, can you just do motivation and awareness? I said, I'm doing it. Then she said, why don't you go digital, Madhi? Why don't you just start off this? And then, trust me, guys, in no time, I can tell you, I'm so glad that I already reached around 1 lakh people in this terms of motivation and awareness. So once, if one has to be self-motivated, then trust me, guys, it wouldn't come with another person or by third person or fourth person. It has to be within. And when would that within start is when we start accepting things. When we start increasing the acceptance level, then we can automatically increase it, guys. Any suggestions on learning, especially when it is hard measure progress? Kranti. So, what sort of learning are you looking for,
Yeah.
Kranti?
Like again, I'm a developer here, so sometimes learning cloud, maybe a machine learning, right? So there are a lot of things to take care of. Like I have to learn math, I have to learn say some algorithms, I have to learn the algorithms involved for machine learning. So it might take like 3 to 4 years to get where I want to be, but it's
Okay.
really hard to measure like how much learning you're making each day, like the progress. Because every day you're learning something, you don't know whether you're actually making the progress or not, right?
Okay. You meant are you in par with the industry or not?
Yeah, especially like how do you keep track of yourself, like the progress you're making? Like you talked about number system and all, right? So
Yes,
especially
yes.
in learning, it's hard to measure how much progress you're making each day, right? So
So, in that, my
especially
suggestion, okay, please go ahead.
yeah, especially in these cases, right? How do you keep yourself motivated?
So, for that, what I would say is start off a to do list. Okay? Start off a to do list and keep yourself a goal, a small goal, not a huge goal. Okay? So, as you're saying about machine learning, or it can be algorithm, or which involves maths and so on, my only suggestion is start keeping progress on how you're doing on a day to day basis. Do not give up, keep a reminder for yourself. So, I'll tell you how I did my Six Sigma Green Belt, okay, so that it can actually relate further. Well, when I went for that certification, what they told me was this is going to be a 1 month training. Post that, we would have an examination and it would clear off. But then I really wanted to go on practical side. So what I did was, well, theoretical part is done. But what about practical? Are we going to just do it only when we get projects? No, we have to take initiative. Like similarly, as you stated, how do we keep progress on learnings is by ensuring that we are keeping a track along with theoretical, even practical also. See, it can be either a small problem or a big problem. Whatever it is, take up some example practical problems and start solving them. It's okay even if you are stuck in between. It's okay even if you are in the beginning stage. Just see yourself in the progress in terms of numbers. What happens is, I'll tell you, if the course goes on for 4 years, okay, until then, if you do not practice, whatever we have learned will go out of scope. Rather, what I would suggest is whatever you have learned in theoretical, start doing it in practical. Even if you're not able to do in practical, look at for the examples which can actually help you understand what you have learned in theoretical. So let me give a small example, okay? When I was doing my graduation, we had the statistics, okay? What my lecturer did was she taught us the theoretical part of the statistics 1A. Well, she taught the statistics, she taught the theoretical, but she said, we are going to start the practicals after a week later. I didn't want to wait and I don't like. So, what I did, I started checking out all the example problems and whatever theory she stated, right, I started putting it in practice in practical. Can you believe me? Along with example problems, whatever we have this exercise, right? I finished 150 problems in just a day. That's how our practical exposure also should be. Only then we can keep a progress. As you said, how do we gauge our progress? Only when we start putting it practical, right? So keep practicing it in practicals also. Just whatever you learn so far, put it in practice. And whosoever is teaching you that theoretical part, ask them, tell them, see, buddy, I have done so much of whatever you taught me in theory, I have put it in practicals. Now you tell me if this is right or not until here. Don't force them, okay, what is the next step? Because obviously they would automatically tell you, buddy, wait. So what we can do is put it in practicals, go for example problems, check it out if you're able to understand as per the theory, whatever you have learned. If you're not able to understand, tell them to repeat it again. In that way, you can start practicing it slowly, waiting for and instead of waiting for 4 years, you can start from the day one itself. So that's how you can put it in practice and start learning practicals as well. And that is the reason I'm stating start associating numbers to it. When we associate numbers, what happens is our brain automatically remembers things. And in that way, we feel even more interesting and motivated. Does this answer your question, Kranti?
Yes, I do keep to-dos, but I never spend that much time in doing practicals. Yeah, I'll see if this helps me. I'll try to implement in my day to day.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you for your answer.
No problem. So, guys, any further questions?
So yeah, ma'am. I have a question where if somebody have a long-term goal and the other people are saying like it won't happen, it won't work, or it takes a lot of time where you need to, put a lot of stuff to achieve that. So what do you suggest to that person? Like go with the short-term goals and just set the things up, or continue the passion for the long-term goal?
Well, this reminds me of a story, Hima. So let me tell you. Once there are, you know, probably a good number of people. Okay, they were actually climbing a rock. Did you hear this story before?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, so they were climbing a rock. Okay, well, there were a hell lot of crowd over there, and people were frightened whether they may actually fall down. You know, in that group of 10 people, five they just fell because people were saying it is hard to reach the peak point. Remaining five people, well, they did it up to 50%. And for the remaining 50%, they kept moving, obviously, because they were self motivated. Okay. Out of which, after reaching 75% of the peak point, three people dropped. There were just two more people who can reach the peak point. But unfortunately, the ones who fell, you know what they were saying? It is very difficult for those two to reach the peak. Out of which one lost confidence and he fell. And there was only one person, irrespective of so many people calling out saying, "Hey buddy, you cannot reach the peak, just get down. Oh man, look at the cloud. Hey, it's gonna rain." But you know what? He succeeded by reaching the peak. Do you know why? Can you guess, Hima?
Ma'am, yeah, ma'am. Yeah, please.
Can you guess why he could reach the peak point irrespective of how many ever people were taunting him or how many ever people were saying you cannot reach? He still reached the peak point. Can you guess how and why?
Yeah, it could be ignoring the naysayers and proper persistence.
You have the answer with you, my dear. You
Yeah,
know
but
what?
but
Let me tell you.
the problem is,
Let,
ma'am, while the dealing with some situations is working out, in other situation it's making me to think. So
okay.
that's the problem.
Okay. So let me tell you how that person reached the top. He was deaf.
Okay, okay, okay,
See, I didn't mean to say ignore, but he was deaf.
okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got my answer?
Yeah, ma'am.
Hima, I want to share this my personal experience with you. Okay, when I started off posting my content about motivation, about all this second, sorry. In social media, I got lots of messages stating, why are you posting it in social media? Do you know what happens? My answer to that was, are you okay? Exactly, guys. Please give it deaf ear if you really want to succeed. If we want to succeed something, we would find creative ways to do it. But if we want to give up, we would find excuses. I'm sorry, but this is a blunt way. Exactly. We have to accept the reality that if we want to succeed, then we have to be deaf at times. Take my words, Hima. You would automatically find ways in order to succeed. Well, there are people who would say, why do you want to do it? Or they would actually play with your thinking. They would play a mind game with us, stating, not recommend. I don't know what is. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I think it is past 6:30. Are you guys busy? I mean, do you have any other schedule?
No, no problem. I think yeah, it's
Is
fine.
it
Yeah,
okay if
we
I
are.
continue?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Hello.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I think I was actually getting some other calls because I put this Amazon order.
Uh,
So I'm really sorry if I'm taking away too much of your time. So what I was saying was, we have to just give a deaf ear, guys. Deaf ear, as in, see, there are people who would put us down either professionally or personally. They would start playing a mind game. They wouldn't directly say it's a mind game. Rather, they would say, you know what, my cousin was saying, on what sort of things are you doing? Or they would start comparing us with someone else and say, look, you're doing this for so long and I don't see any sort of outcome, but whereas that person has already started seeing results. Guys, if we believe in ourselves, then we need not look for others. Trust me. Like suggestions. I didn't get that. Can you
Oh yeah.
elaborate?
I mean, as you're saying, ma'am, people play mind game, right? They come up with in a nice suggestion and still they play.
See, Hima, I would clearly tell you.
Yeah.
When I started motivation, okay, as in when I started telling people on uh, how to deal with our internal factors. Let me give you an example, okay? See, there are many external factors right around us, okay? External factors are not in our hands. Trust me, we cannot we cannot manage them exactly. But if we get a habit of managing our internal factors, that is how good we can cope up with them internally. If we have ability to manage our internal factors irrespective of external factors, we can answer anyone. See, for every question we need not answer. Even sometimes silence gives a big answer to them. Trust me, silence is actually the most loudest answer. Let your work speak. Why do you even want to answer people? Let them think whatever they want to think. It's all about mindset. It's all about how we perceive things. See, I'll give you another example, okay? So what happened was, once there was a wise man, okay, who was teaching 25 people in probably in a Gurukul, okay. So what happened was, there was one student who came forward and offered that wise man a big baggage of sweets. That wise man stated, I'm so sorry, dear, I cannot take it for some reasons, but thank you for offering. Now tell me where the sweets are. Is it with that student or is it with the wise man? Those sweets. Hima?
Uh, as the wise man said, he's gonna give as an offering, right? So could be to some other people.
The student was offering sweets to wise man, and wise
Yeah.
man denied
Hmm.
it. So
Yeah.
obviously, the sweets are with wise man, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. After some time, what happens is one lady comes from some nowhere, okay? And she just yells at this wise man. She starts calling, she just utters some words and she leaves. And this wise man doesn't utter a word. He just keeps quiet. And now you know what happened. One of his students walk up to the wise man and say, "Sir, when that lady was shouting at you, why didn't you utter a word?" Then you know what the wise man stated? "My dear young boy, when you offered me sweets, I denied it for some reason. Now the sweets are with you." Exactly. When she was yelling and when he kept quiet, all those, whatever she stated, right, it is with her and not with this person. Exactly. There can be n number of external factors, Hima. The moment we understand how to deal with them by practicing on how to deal with our internal factors, then automatically we would have answers.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer, ma'am.
Okay. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm getting calls. So if you don't mind, I'll just pick one call. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
1 second. Okay, guys, I think I need. So, guys, I'm so sorry. As actually the time is up, right? And there are people visiting my place. So I don't know. Probably I'll have to, you know, I'll have to visit them. So let's do one thing, guys. If you really find my session interesting, then please do pass on a message to your HR and let her know so that we can continue this in another session. If you really wish to, continue it, okay? And any feedback for me, guys?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I personally liked it very much, and yeah, the time you've taken and the efforts you took to share your thoughts, we really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhushan. So hope you're having a good time too. And Hima, Kranti, Karthik, Sai, hope you all had good time too. And I just want to tell you one more thing, guys. So you can actually see like such videos in my YouTube channel, Madhavi Dosapati. And you can actually post your questions, your comments, and I will be able to answer in that platform as well. Okay. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to ask me, or else we can wind up for today. Okay? Any questions, guys?
Yeah, guys, anyone?
No, ma'am.
All right, we
No.
all good, I think.
Yeah.
So you all are good to go. Okay, guys,
Sure.
that's really wonderful. Having conversation with you, and hope at least one person you got what I'm trying to say. What I would say is don't. I mean, never give up, and always look out for the possibilities that you can do. And guys, what I would say is, if you ever face a no, like if anyone says no, don't do this, don't do that, my only suggestion is every no is a new opportunity. Okay, so don't give up, be positive, and believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself, then you can automatically do wonders. Sky is just the limit, and probably our thoughts are limitless. That's what I can say. Okay, so it's really wonderful conversation, having a great conversation with you all, and have a nice day, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you,
thank
Madhavi.
you, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, guys. So have a good day, and have a great weekend too. Okay, bye.
You. Yeah, bye
Yeah,
bye.
yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.